This is Holly with woodlandshits.com, and I have the amazing Nick Wolda in the studio today. Nick, how are you?
Well, I'm great, the amazing Holly.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Nick, we were just talking a little bit offline. You have been in this community a really long time. Tell me a little bit about, when you first came to this community, and I mean, you've helped grow this community in crazy ways.
Well, it was an incredible opportunity. I've had a 28-year career in marketing, sales, public relations, government relations, and so 17 of that is here in the Woodlands. And before that, I was represented large industry, banks, grocery chains. Now seems like just a past life that really helped prepare me for this, but was really afforded the opportunity to come here in 1999 with what was called now the former Town Center Improvement District. Mm-hmm. It was a downtown district of the Woodlands. So I was very involved in lots of projects, the Hotel and Convention Center, the Woodlands Waterway Marriott Hotel and Convention Center. That convention center is owned by the township.
Right.
But then also the expansion of the mall, the creation of Market Street, creation of Town Green Park, Waterway Square.
Wow.
And then in a personal life, with the expansion of the Woodlands United Methodist Church. In fact, the loft, I was on that building committee to make that happen.
Very cool.
So I have a lot of, blood, sweat, and tears, and a lot of these things that I've been a part of, and it's been just an incredible opportunity.
Well, and I know also, just not work-related, you're also one of the founding members of the Woodlands Waterway Art Festival.
Well, so a founding member with Jerry McDonald, Alex Sutton, and Dr. David Gottlieb, and we sat down over lunch at a restaurant that was at the mall called Rockfish Grill. It's no longer there.
Good restaurant.
It's a great restaurant.
Yes.
And the pavilion had an art festival and was doing a good job with the art festival. Or with an art festival. It was mainly Texas artists, and it was inside the plaza at the pavilion. And we were had just really kind of opened all of the waterway and thought, really needs to have programming on it, needs to have good programming on it. And so we said, let's look at an art festival, and partnered up with the Art Colony in Houston that produces the Bayou City Art Fest.
Sure.
And so for a couple of years, that's what we did. And then we found out along the way that we just had very different philosophical approaches. Neither one was right, neither was wrong, but we just said, hey, we'll go separate ways. And we had our own idea of Texas hospitality and how to handle our festival that we wanted to do locally.
Okay.
And so we broke away, created a 501c3 organization, a not-for-profit, which is the Art Festival. Mm-hmm. And just a lot of great people came along to today, where it's number 5 in the country.
I know, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Over 225 artists.
Yeah,
and
about 800, 900 people every year apply for those
right.
Coveted spots. And
right.
so
it's an honor to be a part of this festival. So thank you for all your work on that.
Well, it was a lot of fun, and believe you me, it was a lot more people than me. I just happened to be in on the early idea, with the ideas to help make this happen, and we did, and we stayed true to it. And it's I think, Holly, when you look at it, it's those early years, those first 2 or 3, 4 years were not easy years.
Sure.
They were very tough years, but that at the end of the day, you have an idea, you have the passion, the enthusiasm for something to make it happen. You're going to make it happen.
Yes, you
and it will become household name, just like woodlandshits.com, mm-hmm. right? Rarely do you see something that's an overnight success. You look at all of these IPOs going recently, like Snapchat and others. I mean, how many years have people been working away at these things?
Them
and so you know better than anybody, and it's the same model here in the Woodlands. I'm going to give you an example: the Inspire Film Festival.
Yes,
great success.
Yes.
Now, was every show a sellout? No, but were there some sellout shows? Yeah. On the Sunday, I think when people really started getting that, and mm-hmm. that's kind of another idea that the Woodlands Convention and Visitor Bureau was on the early stages on that to help make that happen, because Jane Minorovic has this passion and this vision for this.
Yes,
and
we were proud to be a media partner
on that
with them as well. I mean, it was just amazing to see some of those films, and they were really inspiring, and her passion just exudes. She just is so thrilled to bring that to the Woodlands.
Well, woodlandshits.com. So you are on the leading edge now of something that I believe in 5-10 years from now will be known worldwide for our Inspire Film Festival.
I agree. I think it's going to go global.
Yeah, it is. All I know is I had to rest my eyes on Sunday night. I didn't realize I was going to need that much tissue to watch so many of those movies.
Yeah.
They were very, very inspiring. I still think about it now, and it's just incredible stories that came through on all those.
Well, and now, again, you are with the CVB, and you are also with the township.
Correct.
You just were elected last year to the township in your new position, correct?
Well, the way it works is I serve an elected board.
Sure.
So now the Convention Visitor Bureau does elect me as president to serve the Convention and Visitor Bureau, and I also then work for the Woodlands Township as director of community relations. Okay. And so that's basically community relations is marketing. So like the township website, all of our social media, all of our guides, our pathway maps, our parks maps, all of that is a staff that I'm responsible for in promoting the Woodlands to the residents. And then on the Convention and Visitor Bureau side is promoting the Woodlands for shopping and dining. And more importantly, and in a larger way that we're really expanding upon is convention groups, convention and corporate meetings.
Yes, that was a topic at the EOC this year, and I think it's a brilliant idea.
Well, everybody knows the Woodlands is a great place to live. It is known around the world. Look, you found your way here, right?
I sure did.
So now
California girl transplanted, yes.
Well, you're a regular now. Been here almost 10 years. So, and so everybody knows it's a great place to live. I think that, you talk to our residents here, of course, there's always going to be some kind of challenges one way or another. But for the most part, people are extremely happy and content to live in the Woodlands. And they see the value of their investments continue to go up. What we're trying to do is to say, and we're seeing it, we already see it, because we have corporate meetings and convention meetings that are either statewide or national wide that come here. And the proximity to where we are in the country. So we're centralized.
Sure, yeah.
Very easy access into one of the top airports in the world without a stoplight from the airport here. So it's real quick, easy to get here to the Woodlands. And then the environment, our meeting environment, we have every night, we have 2,250 hotel rooms that are in the inventory.
Yeah.
Now, we went through record processes in 2013 and 14 when oil was $100 a barrel.
Yes.
Now that it's half of that, it's more of a challenge, but we're starting to see good signs of the hotel market turning. Last year was really a difficult on a lot of our properties, not from just rate, but also on the occupancy. But we have seen a turn on that in the first couple of months this year have been just dynamic.
That's great.
In fact, I don't know if we'll get back to double-digit growth that we were having every year. I mean, we were having 22% growth, which is remarkable.
Wow.
But we're seeing a very significant increase this year compared to last year.
That's great.
Yeah. So part of our process is to find those meeting groups that are 600-800 hotel room nights. The community will never even know. You never really know. You don't see it, But certainly our businesses do in the hotels and our restaurants and our shops. So if you go down to Market Street, down the Waterway, the mall, last weekend was a great example where we had a big convention in the convention center. And so we had people in from all over the country. They were wearing name badges and orange shirts. So that was just part of the culture of their particular convention group. And so it's great business here for us because it's bringing the outside visitor dollars here,
right,
and dropping a lot of money, keeping our place vibrant. One of the things I like to say is if it were just based on, the Woodlands has about 115,000 population. So just based on a small town, if you will, of 115,000, we would never have the amenities that we have here, like the Woodlands Mall, like Market Street, like Waterway Square, if it was only based on the buying power of that 115. We really rely on visitor spending here. And so we are a regional hub from a shopping and dining standpoint. Also in our events, you look at like the pavilion, and I think last time I checked or heard, 70% of the pavilion goers come from 30 miles and greater.
Yes.
Okay, So we have that benefit being a resident, but it takes the power of the visitor to keep it here and to keep thriving.
That's amazing.
So it's it's a great model to have. Of course, again, like I mentioned, you're always going to have challenges that you have to work through. But when you look at it, at the end of the day, you have to say the Woodlands is really an incredible place in this world.
I agree.
To be able to have the amenities that you have at the low tax rate that we have, 23 cents per $100 value, the access to the schools and the outdoor activity and the recreation. So it's a pretty special place.
It really is. It really is. Well, Nick, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to chat on woodlandshits.com. I'm sure we'll be connecting, at other times, and looking forward again to the Woodlands Waterway Art Festival. We'll be out there at the information booth this year again. So
oh, that's great. Well, thank you for all the community involvement, and wish much success. As you go forward, the Woodlands continues to evolve over time, and I think you're a true testament to saying that if you really want to create business and do business here in the Woodlands, you can do it.
Yes, you can.
That the people are embracing here. One of the things that I like to say about the Woodlands is that we're very culturally diverse, meaning there's people from all over the country and the world that live here. Over 100 countries represented in our households, and it's very much a melting pot of people from all over the world that live here, and people that want to get involved, they can get involved, and they can find others to help them as well. So best of luck to y'all, and
Thank
let
you.
me know how we can ever help you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much again.